Yeah, I have often told people that a great way to build credibility is to write, to be an author. That helps to establish credibility. And I have found that, and I've been recommending this for probably about 14 or 15 years in the seminars and presentations that I do. And I found that roughly 2% of the people that I recommend this to actually go forward and do something with this advice. And that was so frustrating for me for so long that I stopped training on it. And I got a phone call from a business associate, a guy who I'd known for a few years. Got a phone call from him once, and he said, "Ivan, I'm curious, why aren't you training anymore on teaching people how writing builds credibility for their networking?" And I said, "Because nobody does it. I mean, it's 2% or so, I was estimating, of the people that I suggest this to actually go ahead and do it because it's a lot of work." He said, "Yeah, but those 2%, they have huge results." And I said, "Well, yeah, some of them do." He said, "No, let me tell you something. I'm in business today because of your recommendation. I would be out of business if I haven't done what you recommended." He said, "I started by just writing articles like you recommended and sending them to the local newspapers." And he said, "I sent them for maybe 3, 4, 5 months before I got a local newspaper to publish one of mine. And they liked it. And they asked if I would do them monthly. And so I said, okay. And so we did it monthly for a few months. And then they asked if I would do a weekly piece. And so I started doing it weekly. And once I started doing it weekly, it got syndicated. And then I started getting other organizations coming to me and asking me to write. He said, "Now I'm published in many places every month. Every year I get, probably 30, 40, 50 articles published in multiple locations." And he said, "It has turned my business around. I get 3 times, my revenues are 3 times what they were just a year ago. And the reason for that is the writing." And he said, so forget about the 98%, because there are always people who won't do what you recommend. Do it for the 2%. Teach people that by writing you establish credibility. And when you establish credibility, that leads you to more business. And for the few people who actually take you up on it, you got to do it. And so for that reason, I started training on this again. And I find that it makes a huge difference in the credibility part of the visibility, credibility, profitability process.